I could sit here and give you all the statistics. You know the statistics. You know your industry better than I know your industry, obviously. Some of you have been in it for decades, and you see what's been happening. You see how it's been gutted. I want to sit here and give you a rah-rah and a rally and a pep talk, but I mean, we're down 2/3 of our jobs are gone in the last 8 years. We're down to a smidge over, somewhere around 6,000, 6,500 miners left now in the industry from 18,000 8 years ago. I mean, you see the loss of coal, 70 million fewer tons being mined than 8 years ago. I mean, you know these statistics, you feel these statistics, you see them in your bottom lines. And we need to stop sticking it to ourselves. The role of government, state government, federal and otherwise, should be to be an ally of industry, not an adversary. We're not here, I mean, that's really should be the role. We're here to facilitate and help you do business. And yet here we are depleted. I mean, it was as recently as 2014, we were doing just south of $7 billion a year in economic impact, $6.7 billion just a couple years ago. We've seen that trend down. What trends down with it? The coal severance tax. That affects these communities in which you all operate, and the companies that you support operate, and the people you sell equipment to operate, or increasingly, sadly, don't operate. We see the effect that it has on the transporters, on the CSX shutting down lines, and what that then means to towns like Corbin, where you used to have 3 trains a day coming through, and maybe if you're lucky, you see 3 in a week now, maybe. But I also want you to know that I am committed, in more than just lip service, to doing what we can to preserve this industry. I know for a fact, you know, there's never been more coal consumed in the history of the world, never. Literally, even as we stand here, or sit here, whatever it is we're doing here, the bottom line is there's more coal being turned into electricity right now than has ever been in the history of the world. Why not here? We are blessed in Kentucky with extraordinary resources. We are blessed with, in a world of geopolitical unrest where the world is fearful, and for good reason, by the craziness that's being uncorked at every turn. The last bastion of any real security is North America. How fortunate we are to live in the greatest nation on earth, to live smack dab here in the middle of the last safe place on earth. We're right in the middle of it. You couldn't buy our geography for anything. Our riverways and roadways that run right through the state, you couldn't recreate those for any price. The railroads that exist because of the coal industry, you couldn't recreate those for almost any price, nor would people now lay track in some of the places that are there. And if we don't come up with an industry that is here in this state and that is strong and vibrant to justify leaving that track down and maintaining it, and whether that involves relationships between short lines and long line carriers, whatever the case might be, these are the kind of dialogues and discussions I've been involved with, I'm trying to find solutions for, and that we need.